Okay, student, welcome to 11th Computer Science. You're all meeting after a long gap, right? All the best for your higher secondary class. Today we will see about what are all the lessons and topics you are going to learn from 11th Computer Science. Okay, this is your table of content. So totally you are having 5 units. Under that you are having 18 chapters. Let us see one by one what are all the chapters you are going to study in 11th Computer Science. Okay, so first you are going to learn about your unit 1, that is fundamentals of computer and working with typical operating systems under Windows and Linux. Under the chapter 1 is introduction to computer. So in this part you are going to learn what is computer, what are all the components of your computer, then number system, various number system that should be followed in your computer, computer organization, it is inbuilt part of your computer, and theoretical concept of OS, that is your operating system. We are using Windows 7, 8, 10, like that versions will be there. So how to work with Windows operating system and all. Now coming to unit 2, we are going to learn about algorithmic problem solving. Under that, specification and abstraction of algorithm. Algorithm is your diagrammatic representation of your program. Okay, so what is composition and decomposition, then iteration and recursive function. So this is your chapter 8. So unit 1 and unit 2 you will have totally 8 chapters. Now moving to unit 3, you are going to study about your introduction to C++ program. So C++ is one of your front-end application tool of your program. Okay, so it is one of your front-end and back-end. Those are all the two ends of program designing. So in 12th standard you are going to learn about your back-end tool, that is for storage, SQL tool and all you are going to study it in your 12th standard. But in 11th you are going to learn about your front-end tool alone. Under that, introduction to C++, then control flow in C++ program, what is the use of function, arrays and structure in C++. So that is your third unit. Coming to fourth unit, I'm going to study about the techniques. What are all the techniques to be followed in your OOPS program? Short form, C++ is also called as OOP, object oriented programming. Okay. Next, what is the use of class and object? What is meant by polymorphism and inheritance? So this is the you are having 4th chapter in this 4th unit. Okay. Now coming to unit 5, I'm going to learn about computer ethics and cyber security. This is for securing a system from cyber, that is hacking your system. Have you heard about this hacking? உங்களுக்கே தெரியாம they will steal your username, password and all. Then virus hacking, like that. What are all the security measure you are going to follow? That is your 17th chapter. And last 18th chapter is your Tamil computing. How the Tamil will get involved in your forms, Googles, and what are all the various websites that supports Tamil. Then various software, Tamil computing software and all. Okay, so that is your 18th chapter. Then last is your practical session. So these are all the things you are going to learn from your 11th computer science. Okay ma, let us start today's class with unit 1 and chapter 1. Okay student. Okay, today we are going to see about your unit 1, that is fundamentals of computer and working with typical operating system in Windows and Linux. under the chapter 1, Introduction to Computer. Okay. Part 1 session of this we are going to see in today's video. Let us see the learning objectives. What are all the things you can learn from this lesson? No. First thing, you can come to know about computer. What is computer and what are the various generations of computer? And what are the basic operations of computer? What are the components and their functional? Then how to boot your computer. So these are all the learning objectives of your chapter 1, that is Introduction to Computer. Now we'll see about the synopsis of this session. Okay. So in this session we are going to study 3 main things. One is Introduction to Computer, then Generation of Computer, and 6th generation computing. Okay. Okay, student. Now we will see Introduction of Computer. You all know what is computer, right? What is computer? Is an electronic device. Then it performs variety of operations, right? So operation means based upon instruction. That instructions are called as programs. So program means it contains set of instruction. Based upon program, the various operations that should be taken by your computer. Okay, it is one of the electronic device. So if computer, what is computer? Question is asked like this means you have to write this one. It may be asked in your 2-mark question. So computer is an electronic device. It performs variety of operation based upon the set of instruction called program. Okay. Now we will see about the various components and basic units of your computer. So what are the various components? No, computer will have 2 main components. One is hardware, another one is software. Under this software, you may have several categories. Those are all system, application and utilities. Utilities means based upon the usage you may categorize of. Okay. So these are the 2 main components. One is hardware, another one is software. In coming to the basic unit of computer, you may have input device for giving your input, then central processing unit for processing your data, and output unit. The content, what are all the things you are doing? No, in input, processing and output, that should be saved in your memory. That is your 4th part. Okay. So basic units means input, central processing unit, that is CPU, output unit and memory unit. Coming to component, you may have hardware component as well as software components. So under that software you may have system, application and utilities. Okay. So not only in only in electronic device it may operated off, it may used in everyday action that's around us nowadays, right? Each and every organization have computer. Comparing to your previous stages and all, now computer is widely used in education all over. Okay, all over the world it may be used in your education part. Then coming to research, that also using computer. Then travel and tourism, coming to weather forecasting. Then your social networking, Facebook, WhatsApp and all social networking, okay, e-commerce and so on. So the impact of computer is all over the world in all the spheres of life. Okay. Next thing, computer, no, it is an indispensable part of our life. Nowadays it become the very indispensable part. Now I am taking class in for you in video class, right? You are not supposed to come to school due to this corona awareness and all, but we are communicating and studying through this electronic gadgets, right? So computer is one of the indispensable part nowadays. Now we will see why we are going for computer. The growth of computer industry, no, from start to now, it is the very fast approach for calculation. Manual method of computing, no, it should be slow and there may be error, there is a possibility of occurring error. But in computer, if you feed in particular program for calculation, that is not supposed to get an error and it is very, very fast. So it is one of the calculating device also. Okay. So next we will see about computer journey. How far it has come across from its starting to now. Okay. We will see this one in deeply in your various generation from starting to now. What are all the generation overcrossed by us? Okay, this is the overview of computer journey. We just watch and compare it with the years. In upcoming session, we are going to learn all the journey very deeply. Okay. Okay, student. Now we will see about abacus. It is in 2500 BC. This device was invented. This is the one of the first calculating device. Abacus is your first calculating device, which lead us today to an extreme high-speed calculating device. So this is your first calculating device. Based upon this, the evaluation get over off. Okay. Now after that, 2005 BC, in 1614 AD, Napier bone. This is one of your calculating device invented by John Napier. Okay. After that, in 1633 AD, the slide rule is invented by William Hogarth. He invented the slide rule method for calculation. After that, in 1642 AD, the rotating wheel calculator is invented by Blaise Pascal. This Pascal, no, he invented one language also, Pascal language. Okay. Next, in 1822 AD, the difference engine was created by Charles Babbage. So Charles Babbage is the father of the computer. Okay, he invented the concept of analytical engine in 1837. Okay, 1837. So that analytical engine will have ALU, your control flow, integrated memory, okay, and all together is invented by Charles Babbage. Okay. Next, in 1890 AD, Hollerith tabulating machine was invented by German Hollerith. Under his name, he invented one tabulating machine. So these are all the various phases, that is how your computer get invented of. Okay. So computer has evolved over the year from simple calculating device to your high speed portable computer. Now we are having computer, no, it is portable, you can carry to any place, but previously it is not like that. So because it may be in a size of one room, like that. Okay, you can't able to carry over, it is not portable. Now it is very accuracy and speed of performing a job. Nowadays computer is, no, it is an accuracy and speed, and nowadays no organization can function without a computer, right? In fact, various organizations have become paperless also, because in previous things all the documentation works and the thing where the files are to be stored, no, those are all your paper content. Nowadays everything should be loaded in your system as a soft copy, right? As well as cloud sharing will be there, so that you can access from anywhere you want. Okay, children. Next, we will see about various generation of computer. Totally, you are having 6 generation. Sixth generation is the future generation. Up to now, fifth generation we cross. We are in the fifth generation. Okay. Now, this is the first generation machine. Just to make a look out of it, because we will see clearly now. This is your first generation. That is your room size. This is your second generation. After third generation, we can able to see your computer that is framed where it is get evolved of. Before that and all, no. First and second generation are very big computers. Next, fourth generation. In third generation, there is no independent keyboard or mouse. Altogether, all will be in one compact. Okay. Next, fourth generation computer. This is the fifth generation computer that we are using nowadays. Okay. Let us see one by one, along with the various properties of each generation. So the first generation, no, it is invented in 1942 to 1955. This is the year where we work with this first generation computer. This is the first generation computer, EDVOC, electronic discrete variable automatic computer. See size of the computer, how it look like. It is in one room, full compact. Okay. Then UNIVOC, universal automatic computer. This is EDVOC, electronic discrete variable automatic computer. UNIVOC. Then ENIAC, electronic numerical integrated and computer. This is your first electronic device for numeric calculation, invented by Presper, Ercot and John Macaulay at the University of Pennsylvania, and began construction in 1943 and was not completed until 1946. Okay. Now compared to this, it uses the vacuum tubes. This first generation computer, that is your UNIO computer. You can see in this vacuum tube how it is stored of. No, you will have one glass tube, then anode, heat cathode is inside that. Under that, inbuiltly you will have heater in that. Okay, this is your first generation computer vacuum tube model. Now, this was not completed up to 1946. I told you, no, and this is one of the vacuum tube, because based upon the size, of it, it may consume more power, as well as size of the machine, no, that also very big. So ENIAC weight about 27 ton. So size is 8 feet to 100 feet into 3 feet. So it consumed around 150 watts of power, and it occupies about 1800 square feet. See, just imagine now, and use about 18 vacuum tube. Here is the model, no, it is one vacuum tube like this. 18,000 vacuum tubes are in the first generation computer. So it is almost weight about 50 tons, around one elephant weight. Okay, so ENIAC was the first digital computer because it is fully functional. Okay, let us see how this vacuum tube will be. So this is the tube model. This is one. Similarly, you may have 1800 vacuum tubes. Okay. So it comes under around 18,800 square feet of 18,000 vacuum tubes. So let us see the merits and demerits of your first generation. It is very big in size, so it's consume more power, as well as due to this overheat, there may be a system malfunctioning will be there, and machine language was used. So these are all the merits and demerits of this. Next, coming to your second generation, it was invented in 1955 to 1964. In this you will have transistors. So compared to that vacuum tube, this is somewhat little bit less in size. So where we use this second generation computer, no, one in IBM 1401 machine, IBM 1620 machine, and Univoc 1108. So these are all the various places where your second generation computer will be in use of. Okay. Next we will see about the merits and demerits of this. It is small compared to your first generation. It is one of the merit. Then it generated less heat. It may have punch cord were used. Punched cord means there may be one hole in that cord. I will show you. This is the punch cord model. Here holes will be there. Based upon the hole, the calculation get proceed off. Okay. Next, it consumes less power compared to your first generation. So first OS was developed in your second stage. Now we are using no operating system, Windows 7, Windows 8 like that. So under that, the first operating system was developed in your second generation computer. So it will have batch processing and multi-programming. So at a time you can use a program for 2 or more operation, as well as the operating system, machine language, as well as assembly language was used in this time. Okay, so in first generation you may use only your machine language, but in second generation you come across your assembly language also used in this kind of systems. Okay, so this is the system software tool of your assembly language, that is your coding part. Now we will see to the third generation computer in the year of 1964 to 1975. Okay. Okay. Now we will see here integrated circuits are used in this computer, and here you may have the chip like thing that should be followed till now. Here the computers are smaller, faster and more reliable. It consumes less power and high level language were used. In IBM 360, this is the model of this computer. It will not have separate keyboard or mouse. Okay, so this is your third generation computer, and these are all the coding part of your computer, how the data get accessed in your third generation. Next, moving to your fourth generation, it is developed in the year of 1975 to 1980. Here we use VLSI, that is very large scale integrated circuit. In previous third generation computer, you may have chip like code, that is your integrated circuit. Here that should be in very large scale. Okay, in fourth generation computer. Here your computing access rate, no, it is very faster, and the size of the computer is lesser compared to your third generation, first generation and second generation. As well as microcomputer series such as IBM and Apple were developed in this stage only. Okay, we all know this Apple brand, no? So this is your microprocessor. In IBM and Apple kit will developed in your fourth generation. This is your first Apple model of your computer, invented by Apple. Okay. Next, moving to fifth generation. It started in the year of 1980 to till date. It uses ultra large scale integration, that is ULSI, nearly somewhat related to your robotic concept. So it will have parallel processing, superconductor, and the computer size was drastically reduced compared to all the fourth generation. It also recognizes images and graphics tools also, as well as it support AI concept. This is the artificial intelligence. Okay, it is support to your AI concept and expert system, and it have high complex problem solving capabilities by making decision making and logical reasoning. So these are all the evaluation part of your fifth generation, how the coding get involved in your logical computing and all. Okay, now we will see the sixth generation. In sixth generation, it should be in future, but it compact for of all your AI concept, that is your artificial intelligence plays a vital role in sixth generation computer. Already saw one movie. Okay, here this computer by robotic creation, no, it will access and do all the work what the man can do. Okay, that also in very high manner, that is artificial intelligent manner, and natural language processing component will be widely used in the sixth generation computer. Okay, it is a wide area of network, so it is having the parallel and distributing computing, and computer become smarter, faster and smaller. Development of robotics as well as natural language processing, that should be embedded in this part. So it is very interactive, and the panel where you are using, no, it it is in the expose of growth of your wide area networking concept, this artificial intelligence. Okay, so here you may have voice recognition also. Voice recognition, if you give your voice speech recognition, automatically it will get in your coding part, no, in your mobile phone, Android phone and all, if you speak means automatically the wordings will get type of, no, these are all the advanced features of your AI concept. Okay, so that and all supported by your sixth generation voice recognition concept. Similarly, for password setting and recording in your smartphone, we may use this voice. Those are all will be activated. Now we will moving to this summary of this part of this session. What are the things we gone through? Okay, we saw what is computer, how the computers are using in nowadays, and what are all the various uses of your computer, what are all the various generation. First generation computer 1942 to 1955, major disadvantages is size is very big, then consumed power, no, power of consumption also very high, then due to heat, overheat, malfunction will be occur, machine language only to be used, this ENIAC, IDWOC, UNIVOC 1, ENIAC, these are all the various models of using the first generation. Senior computer is weighted about 27 ton, 18 feet into 100 feet into 3 feet, and consumed around 150 watts of power. Okay, so it is very large in size and weight also very large. Next we saw about second generation. In second generation 1955 to 64, here we developed your first OS part was developed in this batch processing, as well as multi-programming OS will be there. It also support assembly language. Now coming to third generation 1964 to 75, major advantages of this is it is very small and faster, more reliable. It consumes less power compared to your previous two generation, and it support high level language. Coming to fourth generation, it is developed in 1975 to 80s. It is faster and smaller. The series of microcomputer evolved by IBM and Apple, and it is portable. In this stage, the portable computers are available. Coming to fifth generation, 1980 to till date, support parallel processing, superconductor, computer size was drastically reduced. You can recognize image and graphics tool and all in this fifth generation. And lastly, in future generation, it will support your parallel and distributing computing as well as smarter, faster and smaller development of robots, then natural language processing as well as voice recognition software. Everything will be available in your sixth generation. Okay student, hope you all enjoyed this video now, today's class, because we saw some evaluation of computer, so it may be very interesting to you, I think so. Once again go through and compare the difference between each generation. It is very important 5-mark question also. Okay, kindly go through it. Take down your home assignment. First question, what is computer? 2-mark question. Next, what are the characteristics of computer? Next, third question, what are the, write the application of computer. These two and all carries 3-mark. And fourth one, various generation of computer. I already told you it is very important 5-mark question. Okay, you have to list which generation, then which year, then what are all the tools, okay, main component to be used in that, what are all the merits and demerits of this, like that you have to mention and write. Okay student, today we will see one quote given by Swami Vivekananda. Learn everything that is good from others, but bring it in and in your own way, observe it, do not become others. So what does quote implies, ma? You have to learn everything that is good from others. What we saw good in others, you can learn from them. Okay, then you bring it and follow it in your life as your own thought. Don't just copy or imitate from others. If it is good, you just learn from them and you expose in your own way. Okay student, thank you.